What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Washington versus Stanford college basketball matchup going down Thursday, February 15th, 2024. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, including my daily $19 best bet, make sure that you head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. But let's get to this one between Washington and Stanford. Washington coming into this one, the record of 13-11 on the year, 5-8 in conference play after a 67-55 win over Oregon State in their last matchup, while Stanford comes in 12-11 on the year, 7-6 in conference play after a 99-68 rout of USC in their last matchup. And I'll tell you, we were on the Cardinal in that game, as USC has just been wildly disappointing this season, and give Stanford credit for getting revenge after an early season loss to USC on the road by 14 points. And Stanford's road form hasn't necessarily been the best this season. They have an 11-point loss at Arizona, but when you take that into consideration who the opponent is, maybe it's not as bad as that sounds. They lost to Cal on the road, and then like I said, they lost to USC, but it's a team that's performed well. They got wins over Arizona State on the road. They beat Oregon State on the road. They needed overtime to do it, but still, a win is a win. They beat UCLA as well, so Stanford playing well in conference play. Now, Washington, on the other hand, this is a Washington team that I feel is slightly underdelivered. There's been a lot of talent on this team, most notably Keon Brooks and Severe Wheeler. But, still sitting at 5-8 in conference play, and has taken some questionable losses at home. They got blown out by Colorado at home, lost in overtime to Washington State, lost to Oregon at home, even though it was a close loss. It was a loss nonetheless. And then they also lost the first meeting between these two teams by 10. At Stanford, and now we got to switch venues here. And to be honest with you, I don't know if Washington is the better team in this matchup. I know from a talent perspective they are. Like I said, Brooks and Wheeler, two of the better players in the conference. Moses Wood is a nice shooter for him as well. But I still have problems with this Washington Huskies team. You look at these two teams side by side and how they've performed against teams of their ilk in conference play. This is a Stanford team that's third in offensive efficiency, the best team in the conference in effective field goal percentage and 3-point shooting, second best at the foul line, fourth in 2-point shooting. And Washington, while they're very similar offensively, they don't hit their threes. They're 11th out of 12 teams in 3-point shooting. They're the best team in the conference from 2-point range, and that's an area where you can attack this Stanford defense. And Washington's third in free throw shooting as well, but the defense is actually better for Stanford. Stanford fourth in 3-point defense, fourth in free throw rate allowed. They're not giving up a ton of free throws. They don't allow a ton of second chances on the offensive glass. And Washington, they're 11th out of 12 teams in 3-point defense, 11th out of 12 teams in effective field goal percentage defense, 10th in free throw rate allowed. So they're giving up a fair number of free throws. All the things that Stanford does well, Washington struggles to defend, and I think that getting 4 points with Stanford in this spot is a decent place to be. I'm going to take Stanford plus the 4, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. While you're at Pickdawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. And while you're at our YouTube channel, make sure you have notifications turned on so you can be the first to be in the know when the newest content drops here at Pickdawgz. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.